Eduardo, voy a empezar contándote una historia.
Okay.
Aquí estoy en mi oficina, yo trabajo en una radio y mi jefa, creció en Argentina. She's, she's born in the US, pero creció en Argentina. Entonces un día voy a su oficina y me dice, look, you gotta see this. This is the cutest thing. Y yo, okay, so veo, y eres tú cantando en AGTV. She's like, no es adorable. Y yo, sí, claro. Y yo, wow, una argentina está escuchando
María.
mariachi.
Yes.
It's pretty cool que la gente puede identificarse con la música when they hear something they really like. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter where you're from, right?
Yes.
So that's how I met you, through her. So I had to give her credit. Cuéntame, Eduardo Antonio, para algunas personas que van a ver esto, pues vieron ahí en mis redes sociales que comenté cuando estuviste en Good Morning America, estuviste en America's Got Talent, estuviste con Alejandro Fernández. Oh my goodness. ¿Qué ha sido lo más mejor de este año?
Well, like you said, you saw el Jennifer Hudson, el
También.
AGT, Good Morning America. Don't get me wrong, those were all amazing experiences. Pero my most favorite one was cantando con Alejandro Fernandez.
Me imaginé, porque todos son like major milestones for you. Con 11 añitos y ya estuviste en programas nacionales, representando a los mexicanos, a los mexicoamericanos, pero cantar con Alejandro Fernández, qué cosa. Sí, ¿tenías miedito o estabas como, I got this?
Un poco nervioso, pero more than anything, I was really excited to be on that stage.
That I bet, porque no muchos pueden llegar a eso. Even people who are older than you, people who have been singing for many, many years, they don't get to share the stage with someone like Alejandro. And I know you are a big Vicente Fernandez fan.
I am.
Did you ever get to see him?
No, ma'am, I was never able to see him.
Oh, so nada más los videos, listening to his music, all of that.
Sí, sí.
¿Y te contó algo Alejandro sobre su papá?
Nada.
No, ya sé, it's because all those things move really fast. It's like too many moving parts, right?
Yeah.
Ok, a ver, tienes 11 años. ¿Cuándo empezaste a cantar?
Empecé a cantar como a los 2 o 3 años.
¿Y cuál era la primera canción que recuerdas que cantabas?
Uf. Los de, pues, Christian Mariachi de mi mamá, pero
Ok.
también I started off con las canciones de Pedrito Fernández como la de la mochila azul, Corriente y Canelo y esos.
Mira, all right. Yo pensé que los de la mochila azul se que habían quedado, like, with people my age.
I think my parents didn't get me started with all that old type of mariachi music. So
Good. And so I hear that, music runs in your family. Your
yes,
great grandparents, great grandpa sang.
yes, ma'am. So mi bisabuelo, he recorded in San Antonio, but it's not just my dad's side of the family. También it carries through my mom's side as well.
Y de tus, no sé, primos, hermanos y demás, ¿tú eres el único que canta?
No soy el único. Mis primos y primas tratan, pero but my sister, it's basically my sister and me.
Ajá.
We're the church choir at our local church, so.
Perfect. Well, ahí es donde empiezan muchísimos cantantes, porque a veces es like the first opportunity is in church, to go and be able to serve that way, and then that kind of starts teaching you the discipline and everything else. But tell me how it is then that you went to audition for AGT.
So, tenía una entrevista para ABC 13 y creo de ahí, de the producers de AGT, they called me and they were like, hey, is it possible if we could get you to audition for either this season or next season? And so of course we're like, yes, definitely. We could, but just tell us which season. It was either going to be this one or the next one, like I said. And so since I was in Jennifer Hudson that same week that the auditions were happening, they called us again and they were like, well, if you're already here in LA, we'll just drive you out here and you could go ahead and audition. And so we, instead of coming back to Houston, we went to Pasadena, California, and that's where everything started.
Everything started. Did you know how big it was?
I definitely did have the back knowledge that, okay, now this is going to give me like lots of exposure around not just the US, but probably around the world.
And has it given you that exposure around the world?
It has, yes, ma'am, thankfully. Veo mis comentarios y hay personas de Argentina, de Germany,
Armenia? Oh, Germany,
Armenia,
Alemania.
Alemania, Sweden, Russia, the, oof,
Uf,
everywhere.
everywhere. Entonces, music no tiene idioma la música. No importa que
Pero,
no tiene idioma la música. No importa que ellos hablen Russian y tú cantes en español.
exacto,
Qué
exacto.
bonito.
Sí, claro, claro.
Oye, entonces, bueno, de los dos lados de la familia hay música y talento. Este, ¿cuáles eran esas canciones que dices, bueno, empezaste cantando Christian Mariachi and then, La Mochila Azul and some of the others, pero tu familia, como tu bisabuelo y demás, ¿qué canciones cantaban ellos?
Pues mi bisabuelo, él fue músico norteño.
Okay.
And he wrote his own songs. So those were the type of songs that he sang. And then on my mom's side, um, we they also listen to norteño music, but they also listen a lot to the Christian mariachi music.
When you were on the show, what was the most difficult moment?
So for semifinals or auditions?
Um, give me auditions and then give me semifinals. How about that?
So for the auditions, I was really like sick and congested y todo eso. And so they had just threw me on stage, gave me best wishes, of course. And it's like, okay, we really have to do this as best as we can, but as safely as we can. So that was definitely one of the hardest challenges for the auditions. For the semifinals, what had happened is they had a little earpiece that I learned most musicians use, but I wasn't really using that.
Used to.
I wasn't really used to it. That's the word. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to get adjusted to this in like the next 2 days. Y también I couldn't hear anything. I mean, I could, but I could barely hear myself. I mostly heard the mariachi, behind me. And as well, I remember that I normally just go with the flow around the stage, singing to different portions of the audience. They had me like look to this camera and then to camera 2, camera 9, camera 12. It was whew.
You were like, no, wait, that's not how it goes. It's with the
Exactly.
vibe. Well, I want to say que vi some of the semifinals and the person who won, and I was like, don't get me wrong, todos tienen talento. Si llegas hasta ese punto en la competencia, pues es que eres bueno, seas mago, cantante, bailarín, lo que seas. But I was like, really? And then, of course, the Mexican in me was probably a little biased. Pero bueno, pasa AGT. How would you like what score would you give it from 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
Around 8 or 9. It was
And
definitely a great experience to see how that show works.
right. And learn how to use the monitor on your ear and then the camera thing. So you gained a lot of experience.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you were 11, you were born in Texas, you sing mariachi music, which is like the core of Mexico. ¿Por qué decidiste cantar mariachi? Ahora muchos niños a veces no quieren hablar español y menos cantar mariachi.
Sí, pues, and that's exactly why I want to sing mariachi, para enseñar a los niños como yo that it's it's okay to express your culture. It's okay to, yes, you don't want to do it, but soon it's gonna have to happen, you know?
And the more you know, the better, ¿no?
Exacto.
Porque ahora cantas en español, puedes cantar en inglés. Y
Sí.
cuando ya te pidan tus fans en Russia ir, pues vas a tener que cantar no, I'm just kidding. Cantar en Russian. Oye, y hay muchos niños y muchos papás que dicen, yo también canto, o yo también tengo talento, o mi niño tiene talento. ¿Qué consejo les das a los niños que dicen, yo también sé tocar o cantar, o a lo mejor soy muy bueno en soccer o X? ¿Qué consejo les das tú como un niño talentoso y ya bastante triunfador, eh, para que ellos también puedan lograr lo que ellos quieren?
Si tienes un sueño, just never give up on it and just do what you want to do.
So go for it.
Yes, ma'am, exacto.
Y it's not easy, right?
It's not, but I'm always told, do what you love. You'll never have to work a day in your life.
Hey, what is your favorite song to sing of all songs? If you had to pick one.
Oh, you have done that one. Oh, I can't just pick one. I tell everyone, can never just pick one.
Okay, give me your
It's
top 3.
oh,
No se va a sentir una canción por la otra.
yes, ma'am. La cigarra.
Oh,
Um, la charreada en los laureles.
mira, very, very traditional. Canciones pues que tienen muchísimos años de existir.
Sí.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that is awesome. I'm so excited that we get to chat. I want to show you something because I never thought, actually, mi papá siempre fue fan de Vicente Fernández.
Oh.
He would listen to, you don't know this, but like he would listen to his 8 tracks in the car, you know. you just know the MP3 things. These are like way before cassettes and way before CDs. But yeah, so my dad loved Vicente, and I never thought that I would get the opportunity to meet Vicente. Um, Nor did I think that I knew all of Vicente Fernandez's songs. But then I realized I knew a lot of them. And so many years ago, I'm going to lift up this little thing. I don't know if we can see it. Can you see that up there?
You met him.
Yes.
Wow.
That was like in 2006.
That is amazing.
I know. I could not believe it that I was invited to go to that conference in Mexico City. That was in Mexico City. And I just got to take the picture and say hi. Not much else. We didn't get to chat. But it was kind of like, wow, some dreams come true. And even though you sometimes didn't even imagine that you had that dream. Like I grew up with Vicente because it was my dad's favorite artist. And then, to meet him was like, wow, what an honor. So I can only imagine how your parents feel about you. I'm
Thank
sure, like, beyond excited, and feel so blessed that you are achieving goals, you're breaking ground, and that they see you happy.
you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. And that you have this gift that God has given you that you're sharing with the world. So thank you for that. Because
Thank
sometimes people have gifts, but they keep them to themselves because they're shy or they get scared, those kinds of things. But I'm glad that you have a strong family that supports you y que por eso pues podemos escuchar tu voz, podemos ver y wow, que viene a futuro is just, it's wide open for you.
Gracias. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. You deserve it. A mí siempre me da gusto ver talento joven, y más que nada los sueños hechos realidad, because I know, I wanted to be in radio all my life, and it didn't seem like it would happen because, we didn't have resources or whatever, but here I am. So, I thank God for that.
Yes, definitely.
Right? Well, I'm going to let you go because do you have homework today?
No, ma'am.
Because that's the other thing. You still go to school.
Yes, ma'am, I do. Public school.
So, because again, kids see you on stage, they see you singing, they see you with Alejandro Fernandez, and they're like, oh my gosh, he's like a superstar. He doesn't have to go to school or he's, whatever, but you still do.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's very important too.
Yes, ma'am. It is definitely.
But that's cool. I'm glad that you are doing so good. I look forward to hearing a lot more from you.
Thank you.
And, que sigas adelante, tú, tu hermana, y toda tu familia. And thank you for spending some time with me and sharing, some of your insights about the program and about your music. And what's next?
So next we have La Feria del Taco here in Houston.
Okay.
It's gonna be very fun. Lots of big groups are coming, like Majo Aguilar, I believe, Gerardo Ortiz.
Awesome. So are you recording music, or is that a plan that you have?
It's definitely a plan that I have. I have written some songs, but I don't have the music for it. Therefore, I cannot record.
So I'm sure that the lyrics and the music are gonna start coming along.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully they will. Thank
Okay.
you. Gracias a usted.